Hi, I'm Brooke Johnston, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to share the dispositions that I possess as an educator. I taught in an elementary classroom from 1992 to 1998, and I just recently returned to the classroom 3 years ago. So now, a question that guides me when I'm teaching is, would I enjoy being a student in my class? This disposition of reflection didn't come easy when I was first teaching. I continually need to seek feedback, reflect on my practices, and grow those practices. So one of the things that I do, I go and observe other teachers. I listen to my students. I seek out opinions from other teachers and administrators and just say, how am I doing? I don't even mind evaluations now, which is completely different from the first time that I taught. Another disposition I possess that helps me to be successful is my respect for diversity. Well, I took 16 years off from teaching. I worked for a mentoring organization that helps at-risk students, and through this experience, I really learned a lot about kids growing up in poverty and in trauma, and it helped me returning to the classroom to a Title I school. I never learned about this during my undergrad work, and the first time I was a teacher, I don't think I took into consideration home lives of students and what they were dealing with that might impact their learning at school. So having this respect for diversity is huge. It doesn't change my expectations for students. I still have high expectations for behavior and academics, but now I know how I can guide them and support them to meet those expectations. I know what's needed. I'm not sure how anyone could be an effective teacher without having the disposition of compassion. That compassion is what makes it possible for me to teach children rather than just teaching content or a grade level. I never know what kind of morning my students have had before they come to the classroom, so I want to make sure that I greet them with compassion, with a hug or a high five or a handshake. We start each morning with a little morning meeting that gives students an opportunity to share about their evening. We call it know what stories, what happened to me last night, or what I got to do. And that helps us build this community of learners. We're kind of like a family together each morning, and I enjoy that time where I get to hear about their lives. I also look for opportunities to go and see them outside of school. I just went to a soccer game this weekend, and I take my own children with me so they can learn what it's like to show compassion and really invest in other people. But it's so much fun to see kids in their outside activities. I learn things about them that I didn't know, because you just don't see that kind of behavior in the classroom. So I enjoy doing that and think it helps build that understanding, which can lead to greater learning. One last disposition that I always try to include in my teaching so the students in my class can achieve success is dedication. I feel it's important for me to arrive early, to come whenever I can to school, avoid absences if I can. I come prepared with lessons that will engage the learners. And I think about this: if I want my students to be dedicated learners, then I have to model that for them. Sometimes they don't have anybody modeling that for them. So I have to model that dedication just in my daily choices that I make as I teach. When I think about what dispositions I need to grow as an educator, I really think that I could grow in all areas. I hope that I never stop thinking that I can grow in all areas. One area that I would really like to focus on is just that disposition of curiosity, developing curiosity with the students. Now to answer the final question, what does a professional educator look like and how do they behave? I believe it looks like what I've described for you in this video: someone that has strengths but also recognizes there's always room for improvement, there's always room to grow. Each one of these dispositions is important, so a professional is just, they need to be able to balance those. They need to be able also to show those consistently. It's intentional each day. So you mix in some love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control with all that, and I really think that you would have what it takes to make a difference in the lives of students in your classroom. Throw in a little bit of crazy, and you have what it takes also to make it fun for you as the teacher, as well as your students. So that's it. Thanks for letting me share.